Hey guys, Nev2491 here, back with another video. Thanks for checking out my channel. This time is PlayerUnknown Battlegrounds. They've just dropped the PC 1.0 update onto the test server, so I just wanted to jump on and show you guys some of the changes that have happened. I'll go through kind of the patch notes a little bit at the moment now, just to see what has changed. The schedule itself is going to end on the 24th, so you'll be able to play these test servers until then. Vaulting is back, so you can kind of retest Vaulting if you didn't do it last time. But they've also changed a lot of stuff, guys. A lot of UI, which I won't go over because you'll be able to see it in the video. But they have added some optimization, so they've optimized character animations, added leveler details to further optimize weapon rendering for long distance, optimized various world effects, optimized various UI elements, optimized the sea by reducing wave effects, decreased terrain loading time, decreased memory usage of characters. They've also put in an additional vaulting animation for small objects, 60 centimeters or lower. And they've greatly reduced the jacket coat clipping issues when they're aiming down sights. They've reduced the hit damage for hands and feet and increased hit damage on thighs and arms. There is a diagram up on the Steam page where all these notes are, so I'll put a link to that in the description. The healing period for bandages has been reduced to 4.5 seconds from 8.5 seconds, but this health is the same, and the amount of time it takes to restore it. Players can now parachute land in certain areas that were not previously accessible, including the outskirts of the island. Added markings for zeroing distances on 15 times scope reticle texture. Added new 4 times reticle for 7.62, I do showcase that a little bit. Added new 4 times reticle for sniper and SMG weapons, didn't get to show that, guys, unfortunately. Added blur effect on the outside of scopes. Blur is very noticeable, you'll see that a little bit later on. Bullets now penetrate water based on the velocity of projectile. The faster the velocity, more shallow the penetration. Lowered camera angle position when prone in third person. Decreased firing rate of the SKS and Mini 14. That's a bit of a nerf. Increased sprinting speed while holding a designated marksman rifle in hands. Decreased the recoil for the MK14. I felt that gun needed some love. And the 8 times and 15 times scopes cannot be attached to an M16. Big news there, guys. Cannot put an 8 times on an M16 anymore. So yeah, along with that, they've also changed the sounds as well. We'll have a look at them in a minute of all the vehicles. But if you notice now the UI, there's different fonts for everything. The map itself is not so colourful anymore, so it's easier to see your positions and your teammates' positions. Again, we'll see that a little bit later on as well. But I did want to showcase the sounds of the vehicles because they do sound a lot different now. And I managed to get my hands on every single one of them. The only one that sounds the same is the boat. But we'll start off with the USAS. And yeah, you can see it sounds more like a vehicle now, not just like, you know, a cartoony kind of drummed up. I don't know, it seemed like a bit lame to me, like it was like stock footage. I think they've actually gone out and recorded something decent now. So we got the USAS here, and we just come up now to get a sedan. You can actually hear the gears changing and stuff now, which is really nice. It does sound like you're in a kind of an old, battered sedan. But yeah, Jeep sounds lovely. Just jump in the sedan here and check that one out now as well. And you can see, guys, the UI has changed completely. You've got the bullets, all your like items that you've equipped, like backpack, helmet, and chest, they're now up and kind of smaller. The weapons are the same, but it's much nicer. Much nicer feel to it, and you can hear now the sedan. You can hear kind of the gears changing. Sounds a little bit more raw, a little bit more earthy. And then we've got the buggy. Sounds a lot better than what it did, and the boost works now as well. And it does go up to 100 odd miles an hour, so that's nice. Just listen to this for a bit. They've also updated the compass, so it's a lot easier now. Like what you're looking at really comes up in your face. It's bold. You can easily just shout out to your team members, like, you know, 295 or whatever, and you know, it's there. It's much easier. Yeah, buggy sounds great, liking the new sounds so far. And for me, guys, the bike sounds the best. It sounds really tinny, like a proper scrambler. Yeah, it's lovely. Can you actually hear and feel the gears changing as well? Much better. And like I said earlier, the boat, it does sound the same. doesn't sound much different. There is less waves in the water though, like they did say. There's also a new sound now for the blues. If you're outside the blue, it's like a, you know, dun 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 kind of sound, you know, get out of blue. You're not supposed to be a type sound, which is nice. But yeah, the board just sounds exactly the same. They also added 2 new weapons. I was lucky enough to find the DP28, which you can see here. Brand new DP28. High firing rate, it's quite powerful. So we'll switch that. It looks mental. Watch it when it reloads now, it just looks absolutely insane. But I managed to get a 2x scope on it. It only takes a scope, no other attachment. Just a nice simple scope. So if you do find that gun, you know, unfortunately I didn't get a chance to fire it. I got sniped, but yeah, look at that. It's insane. Massive disc. And this kind of falls into the new reticle for the 4x, because I did find a 4x for this, and this DMR, so the reticle has changed for them. It's much more circular now. So I managed to pick up a 4x scope. Notice the blur around the edge as well, guys, really blurry. But you just got that like little circle in the middle instead of the arrow. So hopefully that'll make the 4x scope a bit better to use. Because I personally don't like the 4x scope, I prefer 2 or an 8. But yeah, it feels really, really nice now. The servers were really laggy, so I didn't really kind of get to feel the increase in performance, but I think it's there. My frames are quite high, so I think it was. And there you can hear the new sounds for the bombs dropping. You can actually hear them kind of whizzing in the sky, and yeah, so there's 3 new sounds dropping, coming through the sky, travelling and exploding on the ground, which is quite nice. They've done quite a lot in this patch. It's quite a big patch. Fair play to them. So yeah, they've also changed multiplayer, so team, squads and duos. I just wanted to showcase that a little bit here. There's not too much gameplay, guys. As I said, I just wanted to show what's on the patch as much as I could. So yeah, you've got the yellow, orange, blue and green. You can clearly see them on the map now. It also shows their field of view. If you notice in the mini-map, you can see that kind of field of view. So when you're saying like they're right in front of me, people will be like, well, what's right in front of you? Well, if you just look at the map, you'll be able to see their field of view. So that'll make things much quicker. Instead of when you're in the middle of a firefight looking up at the compass to say a quad, when it's much just easier to say it's right in front of you. And if your teammate's not under fire, then, you know, much easier to get your whole squad focused on one target. Look, on the mini-map they're easy to see now as well, because they're, you know, the mini-map's a lot less more saturated, and obviously they're a lot more colourful, your teammates, so it's much easier to pick them up on the mini-map. Yeah, really good addition that. I gotta say, I really like these changes. Can't wait to see them go live. I will be testing this out quite a bit over the next few days, make most of that 24th deadline. The test servers will probably be up next week. I think they've got like a kind of introductory phase. They did mention that previously, so they're gonna have a few weeks of testing. And finally, guys, they introduced the AUG, which I didn't manage to get, but oh my word, lovely. Yeah, so that was brutal. Well, thanks guys, just a short video just to showcase the new changes on PUBG 1.0. If you like this video, like and subscribe. As always, leave a comment. I'm Nev2491. Thanks very much guys, take care.